Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today I wanted to play a song by The Doors called Riders on the Storm. And then I wanted to build doors. And then it would be like doors, doors, doors. Problem, it never actually rained. It's just threatening to all the time is like dark clouds, 80% chance of rain. Well, where's the rain? Never came. So, oh well. Anyway, let's take a gander through the video of today, building doors. So you're saying, one awesome image, why is your door off and over here when it's supposed to be over there? Well, I'm building a new one. Just like I built this one yesterday. So I'll take you through the steps of what I'm doing here, I guess. This is what it's... I still got to put the insulation in here and all that, but right now I'm just trying to build this one so that I can have all these little gappy things covered, because now, when this is closed... I got stuff in front of it. Well, I'm not going to be able to close it right now. But when it's closed, there's no light coming through. So when I do this one, when it's finished, there won't be any light coming through either. Awesome. When you run out of paper, just write on a banana peel or whatever you have. So I'm trying to build the frame for this door. The major challenge is to make it square when I have a couple things kind of against me on that front. Number one, this pavement that I'm working on is not actually flat. It's like lumpy and bumpy and everything. So that's challenge number one. Challenge number two is this just like wood from Home Depot is pretty junky actually. And it's got all kinds of twists, and I tried to pick the best pieces and stuff, but you know, do what you can with what you got, and it's not going to be perfect, but I can accept that. I'll show you the door that I built yesterday from the other side. Get this out of here. And as you can see, it closes perfectly. No, it doesn't. What I have to do is, see, like I was saying, the wood is warped, pushes on one side and doesn't on the other. On this side, you can see it's totally more or less flush, but even up here, there's a gap, and over here, there's no gap. It's the nature of the beast. So what I'm thinking of doing is replacing either this piece or this piece with a 1/2 inch piece, because these are 3/4, and that'll give me another 1/4 of an inch of play. Or it's really not out by that much. What I could even do is put a 2x4 on the other side and just try to pull this piece over a bit. If I did that, it might work. The reason I might not do that is because wood expands and contracts in the weather. And if it's barely fitting now, when the weather changes, it's gonna do different things. Now on this side door, I use 1/2 inch plywood, and it's not bad over here. You know where the seams are. It's not too shabby. And this is, you know, I had 2 pieces of this, and this is the other one. Now on the other door, the bulkhead door, or partition door, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to use this 1/4 inch stuff. My thought behind that is, all this glass lets in a lot of weather. If it's cold out, it lets the cold in. If it's hot out, it lets the hot in. So I really want to insulate that partition door as much as possible. So plywood is actually, wood is not a very good insulator. So instead of, I'm getting an extra 1/4 inch of insulation by using the 1/4 inch piece of plywood. That's my rationale. You guys wouldn't believe it. I have a new neighbor, and you know what? he is really strong. I mean, I think it's the strongest neighbor I've ever had. He's incredibly strong. You want to see him? Okay. Just because I like you, I'll show you. Here's my new neighbor. He is so strong. I can smell him from here. And in case you haven't figured out, it's a garbage truck. And he parked right beside me. Thanks, neighbor. You smell great. Maybe it's straight, maybe it's not. Only time will tell. First, 1/4 inch under the side. Now we drill some pilot holes because otherwise the plywood will crack. It's just plywood. Where's my drill bit? Okay, got the plywood piece on the outside. I had to not videotape a lot of the steps because of that. It's gonna start pouring rain very soon, and I'm trying to get this outside, the part that I need to get done outside, as quickly as possible, so I can do the rest inside and not get soaked. Sawdust on my socks? Are you sure? Well, maybe. So this is what we ended up with. Put this block behind here just like I did on the other one, so that I have something to put the handle into. Problem is, take a look at this piece of 2x4 right here. Now watch my finger as we go down. There's a big gap. Thinner, 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 thinner. Ooh, really thin. Thin, thin, thin. Oh, yeah, it's getting bigger. Bigger, 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 bigger. Boom. It's huge at the bottom. That 2x4 is crooked as an Alabama jailer. No offense to anybody in Alabama. But the only way to replace it is to take this whole wall apart, because like I've said previously in a different video, I have wood attached into this 2x4 and I had these drilled into that piece of wood. So it is what it is. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work around this. So you may be wondering why you built the second door when you weren't finished the first door. Well, let me tell you. I knew that I would have to buy a bunch of insulation, like the foam board stuff, and of course I don't have room for it in the van. So my idea was build both the doors to the point where they need to the installation, and then use it all as much as you can, and then there'll be leftovers. Yes, there will be leftovers, but it won't be nearly as much as if I just did one door and then I have like 4 by 8 feet of insulation I gotta contend with in this van. So use it all in one go. That's the next deal to be done. Bad news, guys. I think there's a hole in my roof. I'm feeling very wet. Do I look wet? So here's the lovely handle I put on, and pretty heavy duty. Spent the extra $2, got the nice one. So now I'm gonna have to work on figuring out. I'm gonna have to get a sander, or I don't know what. But if you watch what I do right here, that is a loud clang in order to get the door to close. So I think I'm gonna have to get some coarse sandpaper, or I don't have a planer. Otherwise, I could just plane it off. But so what you're going to say, well, how are you going to deal with this gap down here? Well, what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can find another piece of wood here. What I'm going to do is, once this is all built up, I'm going to have a piece of wood that's going to go over it like a lip all the way up and all the way down. So it's going to be probably about 2 inches wide, maybe less, and then it's going to go all the way up and all the way down. And it's going to have weather stripping, which I already actually bought. So it's going to be fully sealed, I hope. That's the plan anyway. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day.